be. There's nowhere I'd rather be.
Hey folks, welcome back to Cine Gear. Today we've got some important news to share with all of you drone enthusiasts out there. The FAA's Remote ID requirement is right around the corner, set to go into effect on September 16th, 2023. In this video, we've got your back with all the crucial information you need to know about Remote ID and how to ensure compliance. So let's dive right in. First things first, what exactly is Remote ID? Well, according to the FAA, it's the ability of a drone in flight to provide identification and location information that can be received by other parties through a broadcast signal. In simpler terms, Remote ID allows your drone to be identified remotely. By broadcasting this information, the FAA aims to enhance airspace safety, enabling them and other authorized parties to know who's flying where and when. The specific Remote ID data your drone needs to broadcast include your drone ID, drone location and altitude, drone velocity, the control station location and elevation, which is where you are as a controller, the time mark, and the emergency status. So who has to comply with Remote ID? Now, all drones flying in the US, whether it's commercial or recreational, needs to comply with Remote ID. Here are a couple exceptions to that. Drones that weigh less than 0.55 pounds and are flown solely for recreational purposes do not have to comply with Remote ID. Another exception is if you exclusively fly in FAA recognized identification areas, then you can also be exempt from Remote ID. So you might be asking, how do I comply? Well, there are three options that you can look into. Option one, use a drone with standard Remote ID. A lot of drones that are coming out this year will have the option to have Remote ID. So you can either buy a drone that has standard Remote ID built into it, or if you have a newer drone, you may be able to update its firmware to add Remote ID. However, just be cautious because not all drones that are coming out are complying with these rules. Number two, attach a Remote ID broadcast module. If you have an older drone that lacks Remote ID and can't receive it through an update, you'll have to purchase a Remote ID broadcast module. Option three, operate within an FAA recognized identification area. We brought this up earlier, but lastly, if you're a recreational flyer who just wants to enjoy flying for fun, there are options to operate within the FAA recognized identification areas, and this allows you to fly without the need for Remote ID or broadcast module. You can find these areas near you using an FAA map. So there you have it. That's the breakdown on Remote ID. And you're going to want to make sure that you're prepared before that because you do not want to get caught up or set behind because of these requirements. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates and insights on all things drone and cinematography. Thanks for tuning in and always happy flying.